And here we are on the graduation day special.
And also, I forgot to remind you, this is episode number 20.
Holy fuck. We really got to find a new hobby?
Yeah.
Um,
So, episode 20, yay!
It's about graduation.
Yeah. That means been doing this for 5 months officially.
How were you like not even a minute in and you're already like skipping around?
Oh, sorry. Graduation. Today was graduation.
Yeah, I know we've been doing this for 20 weeks.
For the class of 2023.
24.
24.
I mean, you're a year out now. You
That's why I said 23, because I'm 23.
Yeah, you miss it?
Miss high school?
Yeah.
Fuck no. If you miss high school, you peaked in high school.
Yeah, but you don't have to, like, you can miss things about it.
I miss being more social,
Mm-hmm.
but that'd be about where that ends.
Well, today, like, I don't know, that was the first graduation in a while where I had to stand in line to get into it. That's rare for Jasper.
Which is so funny, because last year there was no line.
Yeah.
For my class, there was none.
Well, we didn't think any of you were going to graduate.
That's a fair assumption.
Yeah. I don't know if that picked up on the mic, but sorry.
I'm sure I didn't.
I opened up a drink and it was pretty loud. You know what? Yeah, it was a good celebration. I don't know, the speaker was the keynote speaker, Mr. Bright. Is that right?
Yeah.
I know all the kids like him, and he got up there and did his best.
And I don't want people taking this the wrong way, because I absolutely love Mr. Bright. He was one of my favorite teachers ever.
We're about to have a hot topic.
It's not really a hot topic. I can just tell he was really, really nervous.
Oh,
and that made him really, really awkward.
Yeah. I mean, I know you've spoken in front of like people before, but it was like peers.
No.
No, you didn't speak in front of a bunch of other people that was in the same thing you were.
I mean, in the same organization, but there are okay.
They're your peers.
Okay.
But he's talking to students and parents, and I mean, you don't usually get that big a crowd in social studies.
Yeah.
So
that's fair.
Which I love social studies. Like I always did good in that class. I don't know what the point of it is, but I always did good in that class. With the governments and all the different branches and stuff like that.
I think that's the main reason for it. Like the class I had with Mr. Bright was American history.
Yeah.
And it was just talking about just what it says, American history. And we also had a government class that just talked about all the different parts of our government. And I'm glad I had those classes, because I would have no idea without it.
Well, I'm just glad that the kids that graduated today, got to have, a teacher of their choosing that they wanted up there to talk to them and send them off,
We just got whoever.
Yeah, like I've been to several graduations where they just, they put somebody, that's wealthy or, like politically involved with whatever, like.
I don't even remember who ours was.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't remember. Did you guys even? I don't even think y'all had one.
I think we did. I think it was just our class representative, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. He doesn't stand out, that's for sure. But I was glad to see that. That that at least they had a voice in what they wanted.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Something that's kind of funny about Mr. Bright. A lot, and I mean a lot. I've heard it from my class, classes before me, classes after me, say that they find Mr. Bright very attractive.
Yeah,
which I think is hilarious.
Like every like generation, like there's always the hot teacher.
Yeah, but he's not.
Well, I mean, to you.
Yeah,
I would assume for reasons. But Yeah, I mean, yeah, shoot. I remember. Well, I don't know. Yeah, whatever. I'll drop names. I remember whenever Mr. Andre came to school, like started teaching,
Yeah.
like his first year, like none of the guys in school were getting dates at that point because like
Yeah.
he was the hot teacher and like none of us measured up to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, like the
He
guys.
didn't get any dates, but all the girls were trying.
No, they weren't even trying.
Oh.
They were just like, he's hot, and you guys suck, you know.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. Like, he's an attractive guy. Like, without sounding gay, he's an attractive guy.
I just think he's a cool dude, but um,
Which there's nothing wrong with being gay, but I'm just saying I'm not.
I love in 2024. You got to have like
You got to reinstate it.
you got to have a disclaimer, like
Yeah.
like I don't find guys attractive. Not that that's bad.
Yeah.
But, it's weird. It's like graduation. Like every graduation, the class gets warned. If y'all do this, you're not going to get your diplomas. And
Yeah.
it's every class every year, and it's the only like celebration thing that you get threatened at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, hey, just wanted to wish you a happy birthday, but if you fuck up, I'm taking it away. Like, that doesn't happen. Happy New Year's, but don't fucking drink or you're getting fired.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's weird.
They did it with us too. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, shit, hell, they did it to me. I didn't even graduate. So I mean,
I didn't even show up to it.
if you show up to graduation, none of your friends are going to graduate.
Which is interesting.
But, yeah. But yeah, no, it was a good day. Went out to Coulter's after party.
Yeah.
Had some good food. Now I have to go to that Mexican restaurant.
Me, Coulter, his dad, and his mom went a few years ago for Canton's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first and last time I've had it, and it's really good.
Well,
It's no El Charros, but it's pretty good.
El Charros ain't even El Charros. I don't know what your obsession with that place is.
I just think it's the best around here.
Yeah, Polo Loco is Polo Loco, no matter where you go.
I don't know. I've had other El Charros, and they were not good. Specifically, the one in Carthage, Missouri. It's fantastic.
The only difference I can tell between Mexican restaurants is the margaritas and the queso. That's it. Like you go where the margaritas are good and the queso's good.
I mean, that habaneros that's in Carthage,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's anything good about that place. I don't like any of the food. I don't like the queso. I don't like nothing. None of it's good to me.
Yeah. So let's roll back to graduation. What is something that what is something you think that they should add to graduation? Because graduation can get very boring, right?
Yeah.
What's something that you think should be a new graduation tradition?
I think they should all be able to say their favorite quote as they go up to get their diploma.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of stupid that only the valedictorian gets to talk up there.
Well,
because they're normally the most boring person in the class.
sorry, Colin.
Well, Colin's an exception.
Well, yeah, but I mean, could you see what would have been your quote that you got to say on stage in front of everybody on your last day of school?
I'm too drunk to taste this chicken.
So that's why the valedictorian gets to speak, and you do not. I think it would be I think that like a compromise for it would be to have a projector that puts up your quote.
Yeah, like as they're doing the pictures.
Well, no, like as you're coming up to get your diploma, your name comes up, and then whatever your senior quote is.
Yeah.
That way, it can be like checked on.
Whenever you said like the quote, it kind of made me. I have a notes in my phone of like tattoos I want, and a few of them are quotes. I'm just gonna pick one of them, but it's from The Place Beyond the Pines, that Ryan Gosling movie. One of my favorite movies ever. if you're gonna ride like lightning, you're gonna crash like thunder, which is a pretty good common thing. It's not a crazy quote,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I just liked it a lot. It
Don't
was pretty cool.
don't pray for rain. Don't pray for rain if you can't handle the mud.
What's that one from?
I think the Equalizer.
Is that because you were watching The Equalizer the other day?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know, it's like what my 20th time watching it, so
Oh,
yeah, like it's it's Black John Wick. I mean,
I've never watched it.
you never, wow, okay,
I feel you as a father.
yeah, I mean, they're like three. I think there's three.
I haven't seen a single one of them.
They're good. You'd like them.
I did see all the John Wicks. I
Yeah.
just started watching the Kingsman movies. Watched the first one. I'm probably gonna watch the second one tonight,
Yeah,
and then go from there.
yeah. The third one is where it lost me on that franchise. Like I was like, eh,
You've told me that a few times.
yeah.
That's why maybe I won't watch the third one. But the second one I'll definitely watch.
Yeah, I mean, if you would, because the third one is technically the first one, like it's a prequel.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah, so like, I mean, if you would have watched that one first and then one, then two, then you would be like, oh, okay, oh, shit, this thing's fucking awesome.
So what I know about it, the prequel is like watching the Kenobi show
Yeah,
because it's about the guy that dies at the beginning.
yeah. Well, we're talking about movies that probably nobody listening probably knows anything about. So
Colin really likes the Kingsman movies.
yeah, I'm sure he does.
I'm just thinking out of all the people I know that listen to it, I'm the only one I know.
Yeah, but we got 29 other ones.
That's true, baby. Come on.
Yeah, I do like that we are past 500 views and listens. Like, I think that's kind of cool. Um, I don't know. I mean, what else do you think about graduation? Like,
Um, I don't know what to think of it. I didn't like my graduation
yeah,
because I was just in a bad mood, and it was just I don't know. It was a very negatively emotional day.
right, but like,
It had nothing to do with graduation, but
yeah, but like, what's something that you would want to add? Like, there's got to be more you'd want to add to it, you know?
um, yeah. I wish we would have talked about this before because I don't know. But I have to think about it. I don't know. You're getting pissy because I don't know what answers you want. I don't have the answers.
No, I'm not worried about the answers. Like, if you don't have anything, you don't have anything.
I wish we could all show our asses on stage. I don't.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. Oh my God.
What's something you would want to
I-
add to graduation?
I could just see if I can full on twerking, which your cousin did today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did put a little twerk out there.
I thought it was pretty funny. I didn't see it, but people were saying it.
Yeah, something I would add to graduation. Walk on songs like they have in baseball.
That'd be pretty cool.
Like you come out to get your diploma, you get like a 3 second, 3 second clip of whatever music you want.
Yeah. What would your walkout song be if you graduated?
That was an interesting one. Because I'd probably try to do something funny. It'd probably be like Sir Mix-a-Lot, like I like big butts, and then cuts off.
I like big butts.
Yeah,
That's pretty funny.
that's
Mine would be Long Time by Boston.
long time.
I thought about this for years. Like if I was ever to get into baseball, it would be Long Time by Boston.
I'm sure I know the song, but I don't know the title of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a really good song though. Like I really, really like Boston.
mhm,
And I don't know, the way it starts just sounds like a walk-up song.
mhm,
Like they produced that song as a walk-up song.
yeah.
It's perfect.
What do you think about them like having graduation on Mother's Day?
I think it's pretty funny.
I don't like it.
I mean, I get it. Well, but why do you not like it?
Well, I mean, it's not a holiday, but it kind of should be. Like mother should be celebrated. You know.
Yeah, but nobody really cares about Father's Day either.
Well, yeah, but we're used to that.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. I feel like it should be pretty damn equal.
Well, I mean, sure, in a perfect world, but I mean, that's just. Well, I think there's a lot of kids nowadays that really don't understand what it's like being a guy. Like, like whenever you get out of school, like your attaboys are over.
Yeah.
Like people believing in you is over. Like you don't get nice things said to you. You don't have, like a girl coming up to you and going like, "Oh my God, such and such likes you and thinks that you're stuck here," and like, there's none of that no more. Now you're just at a gas station checkout line, and all you get is next.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think a lot of young men are not prepared for that. I think that's where a lot of people get into trouble. Like nobody likes me. Well, yeah, no shit, nobody likes anybody. Like,
I think I was decently prepared for that.
uh, to a point.
Okay.
Like, I mean, you weren't bad off. I mean, but I mean, I was pretty open with you on what the world was going to be like too. But
Sure.
like you said, like, oh, if you peak in high school, well, a lot of people do peak in high school, and like,
Yeah.
that's whenever they're the happiest. And because you're carefree, you have support, you have people that you think care about you.
Yeah.
But whenever you get out in the real world, like, you go to work every day. Nobody says thank you. Nobody says good job. You're just there to pay the bills, grab your paycheck, and go home.
I think that depends on the person.
Like, what do you mean?
Well, like I get a lot of at my job, I get a lot of thank yous and like you really helped me in my recovery.
Mhm.
You really made an impact on my life.
Yeah.
I get that often.
Yeah, but like, I mean, that's not mm, it's not like an overpopulated job though either. Like,
From what I've talked to, most of the staff don't get that. Like they don't get those compliments.
well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure because like, you generally do care and like you are trying and you do want to help and you are empathetic to their needs, so that doesn't surprise me. But like, I'm just saying, like, if you're at a factory or
Yeah.
driving a truck. I mean, if you had like started a family and you got 2.5 kids and you're this far in debt,
Yeah.
there ain't no fucking thank yous.
That's true. I get that.
Yeah, like the world doesn't appreciate most people. And it's not just young men. I mean, young women go through it too, but in a different way.
Yeah.
You know, um, yeah, because I mean, there's a lot of guys that wear their unhappiness on their sleeve, and they just kind of they push it off on the girl, and it's sad, but
Yeah.
but then she doesn't reciprocate back to him, the support that he needs, and he's not supporting her, and then it turns into a whole different situation. I don't know how we got here from graduation though.
Well, I mean, life after school.
Yeah, life after school. I mean, I don't regret like it doesn't bother me. Like I enjoy working and all that, and I don't need any accolades or anything like that. But I was also prepared for it because my dad was not a attaboy
Yeah.
kind of guy. He just no, he never was. It's not really even a fault, him because I was ready for it. Whenever I got in the real world,
A lot of growing up, you weren't really an attaboy guy either.
yeah.
I feel like the majority.
I mean, I was supportive on a lot of things, but
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, like we weren't going to celebrate that. We weren't going to celebrate that you hit a baseball while you were playing baseball. Like we ain't going to celebrate that you made a tackle while you're playing football.
Yeah.
Now, if you would have made a tackle in baseball and like hit a baseball in football, yeah, we probably would have celebrated. Like, we went to Hooters a whole lot sooner.
Me and you have only gone to Hooters once.
Yeah. God, that was funny.
I was extremely hungover when we did.
Yeah, but I mean, your brother is what cracked me up on that.
Yeah. He was so nervous to say
Yeah.
anything the entire time.
Do you know what you want, sweetheart? Yeah, I need some chicken strips.
Yeah, he actually did that too.
and cheddar tots.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. Isaac, oh my god, his eyes were like this fucking big the entire time.
His eyes looked like the owl.
Yeah, like oh, by the time we left, he was staring at some girl so hard. I wouldn't surprise me if they were 3 weeks pregnant by the time we left. Like, I mean, because he was eye fucking the shit out of him.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, boy, I'm gonna fucking hose you off.
You need a room?
And when they got him a room because they would have used it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gross.
So,
He
yeah.
graduated today too.
Yes, he did.
If Isaac, if you're listening, congratulations.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember whenever I was younger, it was always like the fantasy of like trying to pick up like a Hooters waitress, because they're hot,
Yeah.
And then whenever you get 42, like you're like, the cook ain't that bad looking. So it is a little different.
Most of the time the cook is a guy, right?
Well, I need some shit done around the house at this point, and if I can get some buffalo chicken while I'm at it, fuck it. I got a couch. Like, I'll sleep on it. I don't care.
You'll let him out of the bedroom.
As long as he's paying his half of rent, I don't give a fuck. No,
That's pretty funny.
You can have the bed kicking in on the electric bill.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So
What?
I had a friend
Uh-huh.
message me, and they wanted their question answered by you,
Okay.
which I really liked. So if people want to do this more often, that'd be really cool. But
Did he text you or?
yeah, he personally messaged me
Okay.
and was like, "Hey, can you have your dad answer this? And if you want to, you can talk about it on the podcast." So this is you answering it.
Mhm.
So what he said was a friend of his.
This make me nervous as shit, but okay, go ahead.
Well, dad advice, So his friend was having a party,
Huh?
and he hasn't seen this friend in 2 years. Like, it's been a while since he's seen this friend,
Okay.
and it's a pretty good friend of his. He talks to often, just hasn't seen him in a long time.
Okay.
And he was throwing a party, but on the same night, at the same time, was his girlfriend's birthday party, and he sees her all the time, apparently, but he wanted to see his friend, but he also had the obligation because it's his girlfriend. So what should he do? I think it's already passed, but what should he have done? What's your advice on that?
Well, not knowing who it is. Are they still in school or are they out of school?
They're out of school.
Okay. How long have they been together? Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to call anybody out, so don't get too specific because I don't want somebody getting in trouble.
Yeah.
But like, have they been together a while?
I don't know the date and time, but I would say more than a year.
More than a year. But are they pretty serious?
They seem to be, and they seem fairly happy. I haven't noticed that they fight often or anything.
And how long has he been friends with this dude?
Like since elementary school.
Yeah, first off, it's another guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's been friends with him since elementary school.
Okay.
And they've known each other for like 10 plus years.
And they've been graduated a couple of years?
Yeah, they've been graduated for a while. Like 4 or 5 years.
Well, I mean, normally I would say, you ain't seen your friend in a couple of years, so you should probably go see him and stuff. But, I mean, after you get out of school and stuff, and you're getting serious, and like, I mean, if you're with somebody, especially for a young couple, I mean, a year plus is about 10 years in real marriage terms,
Yeah.
I mean, It just goes by quicker whenever, or it seems longer whenever you're young. Like a summer is like your whole life. But I would say that he probably needs to go to his girlfriend's birthday. And I say that because he's obviously invested the time in her, and he's, um, looking at starting a life with her and settling down. I mean, if those things aren't true, then he probably should have went and hung out with his friend. But
Okay.
you'd also need to go ahead and just cut her loose too at that point, because what are you wasting time for?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, friends are great. You should have friends and everything. But if you're looking at being, in a serious relationship and possibly one day being married, I mean, it's both of your guys' life as one. So, like if she's not willing to do the same for him, then might as well go ahead and call it dead relationship at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, he should have. He should have. If he didn't, he should have gone to his girlfriend's birthday party. So,
Okay.
it sucks to lose. I mean, I'm sure he wouldn't lose a friend over it because a lot of guys would understand.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the choice. If you're making the choice to be with this girl for that amount of time and to invest all that time into her, into the two of you being in a relationship, then hold true to it. Like, she should be the highest priority that you have, until you have kids. But
Okay. Well, that was dad talk
yeah,
from Adam Hobson.
yeah.
I would really like it if people like did that more often.
I mean, I don't know if my advice is right. I don't know if it's wrong. I don't know if it's helpful or hurtful, but I don't give a shit. I'll spit it. No matter to me.
So people have questions.
Yeah.
Text me right now or him
Yeah.
while you're watching or listening to this.
Well, most people don't have your number, right?
You think you're funny.
Well, no, I know. Like, see, you're so used to the awesome being around you,
Is that right?
like on the daily.
Uh-huh.
You don't like it. You're kind of jaded,
Yeah.
but like everybody else, they're like, you know what? That's the coolest motherfucker in the world.
Is that right?
Oh yeah, like I mean, I've
I
seen
like
it.
you, man. You lie a lot.
I've seen it on bathroom stalls and stuff like that.
Adam's so cool.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, I think actually it said gay, but I assume that they just misspelled it. Like,
Yeah,
there's a
gay and
pronunciation. Gay, Hobson, awesome. So yeah, I get it. But, yeah. Speaking of which, I mean, this really isn't podcast or newsworthy, but supposed to have the backyard landscape starting tomorrow. So
Oh, really?
yeah, so if you see that happening, don't freak out when a tractor starts driving through the yard.
I have work tomorrow anyway, so it won't matter to me.
Well, yeah,
Picking up the extra shifts.
that's good. So you get a chance to see any Aurora Borealis coot nanny that everybody's been talking about?
No. No.
I saw a little bit of it.
I was at work.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it because you have to use a phone. You have to use your iPhone, turn on night mode, and then take a picture of the sky so you can see it. Or, as I mean, they call it the Aurora Borealis. I call it bullshit because,
I call it the government.
well, I mean, you're not really seeing it if you got to take a picture. Like if we were back in like the fucking 1800s, and some guys riding by on a horse going, "The Aurora Borealis is up above us," we'd look up, see that it ain't there, and then hang them for witchcraft or some shit.
Yeah.
So to me, it wasn't there.
I didn't even give it a shot because I was at work. So I have.
Well, I personally, I don't believe it. And I'll tell you why. Because I remember whenever Samsung Galaxy came out and they were showing how good their camera quality was because you could zoom in on the moon and it was called moon mode. And
I remember those.
you could take a picture of the moon.
Yeah.
And it was like crystal clear. iPhone's like, what the fuck? How do you can't do that? Like, da 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 da.
Yeah.
It was fucking AI. Like, so I really don't believe that there's a Aurora Borealis. I just think Joe Biden probably shit himself or something. And they're like, nah, don't look over there, look over here.
I know that I've seen some guys testing out that whole moon thing with like Samsung, and they had a picture of it was just a black piece of construction paper, and they cut out a circle out of copy paper.
Yeah.
Didn't change it in any way. Just put one on top of the other and stuck it on a wall. And then they took their Samsung phone in this like little moon mode or whatever. They zoomed in real far as if they were looking at the moon, but they panned it over to this piece of construction paper with a piece of copy paper on it, and it looked like the moon. Because it was just like, oh, a circle with dark background? Yeah, that's the moon.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, that. Why do we gotta fool each other as a society? I'll never know. You know, you should buy this because you can do this with it. Nah, I mean not really, but
Yeah.
Man, you hitting that soda like you an alcoholic.
I haven't had soda in a really long time.
Well,
I already finished it. I've just been getting the last bits of it. Speaking of AI, did you see the whole thing with Randy Travis?
Oh yeah, he's going to be making new music using AI as a voice.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, I think that's a good tie-in to our newest unpaid sponsor, Daddy Dale.
Roll the tape.
Do you have a temperamental truck driver? Then come on down to Daddy Dale's daycare. We have all the modern methods to keep that lil mother trucker happy, such as Casey's coffee, motorcycle rides, exotic trips, as long as they're within an hour away. With Darwin as our on-site supervisor, you can rest assured that your lil trucker will be tucked away for their afternoon nap. Call Daddy Dale today to set up your in-person interview. And just like me, you will be calling him Daddy also.
And that was Daddy Dale. I don't know exactly what kind of business he's in, but I'm in. Sign me up. I'm good.
Sign me up.
Daddy Dale daycare. Anyway, yeah, back to AI and stuff. Yeah, that Randy Travis thing, I think is interesting. I mean, because that's the same way I just did that commercial.
Yeah.
Everything on that is AI.
Yeah.
You know, like the new,
which is really cool.
The new opening music that I made for the podcast that we're going to try out. Like we're not putting it on there yet, but or this episode at least. But you know, we're trying different things.
Yeah.
And I made it all with AI, and it's creepy how kind of okay it is.
Yeah.
Like it's much better than if I was just picking away.
I haven't heard it yet, so I don't know.
Yeah, whenever you do hear it, you'd be like, that's weird.
Yeah.
So, but back to the Aurora Borealis. I don't know. I mean, I've never seen it. I always wanted to go to the North Pole to like see it. Now I have to do research to make sure I don't have to take a fucking iPhone with me. But I don't know. It just makes this weird spinning flying rock that we're on. Yes, I still think the Earth is round.
Hot take.
Yeah, right. It just makes it that much weirder. You know, like I was out there last night, you know, just like looking at all the stars and everything. Like, you know, this is fucking crazy. And to think that, you know, for the majority of our history, we're like, yeah, we're alone.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the whole alien thing, I don't know what the aliens are. Like, everybody's getting like real serious about it, you know, like, they're aliens from another place. And other places are like, no, actually, they're from a different dimension. And now, like, I seen Joe Rogan and Tucker Carlson talking about it. And Tucker Carlson thinks that aliens are spiritual.
Like they have religion?
No, like they're, I don't know, how do you put it? Like they're just, spiritual, not of, this plane, like looking at them like angels,
Oh, okay.
stuff like that, like,
So mythical. I'm just kidding.
yeah, yeah. We'll get into religion a whole nother time because, I mean, that'll be a long topic too, but which we never did talk about Rome, and I'm upset about that because I had this whole thing like lined out about Carthage, the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I had a whole thing lined on that. Anyway,
Well,
back to aliens because mainly I like aliens better, in all honesty.
you like thinking about screwing aliens too.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying I would. I'm just not saying that I wouldn't. What do you think aliens are?
Well, I know they're real
Hmm.
because there's no way that out of all the galaxies and every solar system and just all of everything that we are this tiny little rock. We are the only ones that have sprouted life.
Okay,
I don't
so
believe it. It's impossible.
you think that they're extraterrestrial aliens, like they're just on another planet?
Yeah, I mean they could be like in another galaxy. They're definitely. I don't think they're in our solar system,
No, I would think.
but yeah, I definitely think they're out there. We just are so far away that and so underdeveloped as like a society that we haven't figured out a way to find them yet.
I feel that they are somewhat like time travelers.
I mean, they could be. They could be like such a much highly evolved creature
Hmm.
that, because like, for example, internet's only been around for like 30 years,
Yeah,
and that's like everything everybody does now is on the internet.
yeah.
And
Well, to clarify, internet has been mainstreamed for like 30 years.
yeah,
It was around long before that, but go ahead.
but what I'm saying is like we have just okay. Let's say that internet has been around for 100 years, which I'm sure it hasn't for 100, but let's
No.
say 100.
No, we're talking about, yeah, sure.
Let's say 100, and the Earth is significantly older than 100 years.
Hmm.
It's millions of years old. And you're telling me in just past 100 years, we figured out how to talk to people instantly over the entire world?
Yeah.
We just figured that out?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, it took us a long time to get there, but it's like anything else. Once you get to where you're understanding how things work, gets to a certain point, and then like sky's the limit after that.
Yeah.
We've made so much advances, but we also got helped with the advances, like because of the fiber optics, like fiber optics is reverse engineered alien technology. That's what fiber optics is.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I can't say that as a fact, but that's what's claimed in some government dossier, da 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 da. But, uh, I mean, for me, I think that, I think we're getting some help, thrown at us. I don't know what we're paying for that help. I doubt I would like to know what the cost is, but I feel like that, we are getting little breadcrumbs because we're advancing so rapidly
Yeah.
in everything. AI this time last year was a fucking joke. Like it barely worked.
Yeah.
And in less than a year, it like just the stuff that they're showing us, like yeah, we have like, whatever the KTVs are now, 4K, 18K, 100, whatever the fuck it is. That's what we have now. They like governments had that shit for a couple decades.
Yeah.
So Now, who knows what advances they have in AI, but like they just did. It kind of scares me a little bit because so the alien stuff started coming out, right? Not the same time AI starts ramping up, and they just did a test of one plane with two pilots in it that were just babysitters, but the plane was flown by AI
Yeah.
against five seasoned veteran pilots. And that one AI plane kicked the shit out of all of them.
Wow.
Yeah, the pilots were just there to babysit,
Yeah.
just to protect the money. Yeah, because they had a lot of money wrapped into this shit.
Yeah.
It did the maneuvering, it did the thrust, it did everything. It shot the weapons, it selected guns, selected missiles, whatever the scenario was,
Yeah.
and beat five other pilots.
Don't you think it's kind of scary?
That is extremely scary. But why are they doing that?
Well, because they don't want to waste American lives, so they don't have to.
The government doesn't want to waste American lives.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, like they don't give a shit. I mean, we're not as bad as like Russia, or like Russia runs like meat grinder operations where they don't care the number of soldiers that they lose.
Yeah,
They just keep throwing it at it.
they
You
just want
know.
to win.
Yeah, I mean that's what they're doing with like Ukraine right now. Like Russia's just pumping numbers in. That's why it's very unlikely Ukraine will win that war because Russia has a much larger army, and they don't give a shit how much casualty count is, as
Yeah,
long as this number is draining faster than this number. That's all they care about, and then they just keep going. So I think that they're worried about such you know, uh, advanced aircraft from somebody, like aliens, for example, that they're trying to get AI up to speed that will basically take over for our pilots. It's not because they want to save lives, that's for sure.
it's pretty interesting to think about, though.
Yeah. I mean, there could be an intergalactic war over this dumbass rock that we're on. Um, Fought between aliens and computers.
Yeah,
And I mean, sure, there's a good chance we may never even know that it happened. So, but I like to think that aliens are here. I don't. I assume that they're like people, where there are some good ones and there are some bad ones,
yeah.
and I feel like that there's more good ones than bad ones, but because I mean,
I think
shit.
it depends on how old their civilization is.
Well, I mean, it was stated that there's more than one species,
Yeah.
or like there's more than one. Yeah, there's more than one kind of alien.
Well, yeah, that's kind of obvious.
Right, but like this planet over here has its planet's needs. This planet over here has this planet's needs. Like they're all alien stuff, and you know, I mean, we just haven't met like alien Nazis yet, basically, because
Thankfully.
they would have done took us over.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I say all this shit like I know, but
Well, I mean, we are just two random guys from Missouri.
that's true. With redneck degrees.
By golly, we'll figure it out,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. I mean, if any of them aliens come down here with rust, I can handle that.
You can handle some rust.
Oh, yeah, I'll show you how to get that boat loose, Mr. Alien. Boy, bring me that PV blaster right quick.
Oh, get the torch out. We'll melt it off.
Um, where was I? Aliens. I don't know. It's just, what would you hope to see? Aliens said, fuck it, we're landing and we're going to talk. What do you hope to see?
Like, what do they look like? Or
No.
what will come out of them coming?
Like, I mean, if they land and they want to talk about something. What are you hoping that we get out of it? Like,
Some technology. That's what I would want out of it.
Mhm.
I would want like their weapons or like their vehicles or
Mhm.
I would want to see like all their advancements in technology that is like unimaginable to us.
I don't know if I would or not.
Well, as long as they're not getting fired at us. But
Well, I mean, I mean, if you're like, if you got to worry about all kinds of threats and you got a bunch of guys out here with guns and then you got this one little kid over here with a fucking stick that's too scared to swing it at you, which is what we are,
yeah,
you're not going to worry about that stick. Like you're going to concentrate over here on this other more prioritized stuff. But if they give us a bunch of weapons and stuff like that, well, now we're in it.
yeah. Now it's Star Wars.
Yeah, now we're. And
We are Tatooine.
Yeah, and we are not ready for that. We can't even agree on genders.
Yeah.
Like, how the hell are we going to agree on how to deal with alien life and politics?
If we create a civilization on Mars, it'll literally be like we are on Tatooine. Because Tatooine is a lot like Mars.
Yeah,
Like nothing but sand and storms,
yeah.
It'd be kind of cool.
Tatooine is a Star Wars reference for anybody that doesn't know.
It's the planet that Luke is from.
Oh my god! Like we're about to rename this to like the common
The
book.
Virgins podcast.
Yeah. It's like a drinking game. Like,
we're starting to fit the claims.
all right, take a shot every time they mention Star Wars.
Oh, that would be fun.
Oh man.
We would fail and we would be hammered by the end of it. But
No, not us. I mean, everybody listening.
oh,
Yeah, like they take a shot every time we mention Star Wars. We get a lot of people fucked up.
I was saying that every time we mention Star Wars, you have to take a shot.
No, because I have no ambition to be an alcoholic. That's a lot of hard work.
It's a lot of money.
Put it on a cracker, dude. I don't know why you got me saying that so much.
I
Damn,
haven't said it in so long.
I know, but like you got me stuck as a TikTok, by the way.
A Tic Tac.
Yeah, I'm one of those dang old Tic Tac now.
Come on now, you hear?
But yeah, there's this guy that cooks and like he'll like cook up like some amazing looking food, and then like I don't know whenever he
Normally
starts,
crawfish boils.
yeah, but whenever he's about like finished with it and everything, he'll end up saying you're like, oh, put it on a cracker, dude. It gets stuck in my head.
He invented his own seasoning that he sells
Oh yeah,
for like crawfish boils.
I never trust that whole. I feel like somebody like, hey, try these different kinds and tell me which one you like.
Yeah,
That's how I always feel that goes.
probably.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm paranoid about fucking Cajun seasoning, but
It bothers me, damn it. It bothers
we
me.
got to talk about aliens. Now I'm paranoid about everything.
Especially crawfish.
And the fact that still, I'd bang one just for the story.
Ew. Sorry, I'm kind of out of it.
Yeah. I mean,
I feel sick right now.
well, I got that effect on a lot of people. Is it the sleeveless shirt? Is that what's bothering you?
No.
Intimidated by the lack of guns?
I think it's something I ate.
Oh.
I feel like I'm gonna throw it up. It'll be interesting for the podcast, though. Hoorah!
Yeah, I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say.
I'm gonna keep my comments to myself.
uh, shit. What were we talking about?
Aliens.
Yeah.
Oh,
What about clones?
well, before we get to that,
Yes.
I made sure that because somebody that we know got very upset that we haven't talked about her yet. So, Carlin, this is your shout out. she was very upset. She was like, y'all haven't talked about me yet on the podcast. I'm like, okay, I will tonight.
Yeah.
So, Carlin, you are amazing, and here's your shout out.
Hey, I loved her dress today.
Yeah,
Yeah, like she looked really good in it.
she looked very grown up.
Yeah. I don't know if I like the whole growing up thing.
I didn't like it.
Supposed to still be like,
Yeah, she's a little baby.
she got the baby.
But she looks so adult.
I know.
So grown
We
up.
gotta remember that she's a young lady now.
I know, it's so weird.
I know.
She was talking about Taylor Swift. I was like, you're too young for Taylor Swift. She goes, what is Taylor Swift? I'm like, I know, but still.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm too old for Taylor Swift, but I mean,
I don't even act like you listen to Taylor Swift.
dude, I was toe tapping at the graduation.
Shit.
That was their graduation song, like a Taylor Swift song.
I have the paper right here. Let's double check.
Fact check.
Class song. Yeah, Long Live by Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
I've never even heard the song, so I have no idea.
Yeah. I was so proud to see Kaylin graduate today.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take a lot off her plate. So
Yeah.
really happy about that. It's a good day.
It is a good day.
Yeah.
It's a new day. Anybody who used to watch wrestling.
I talked to Jamie about his.
Sorry.
Talked to Jamie about his graduation. That's going to be coming up
Next year.
Yeah. So I think we might put on a little soiree.
Little shindig.
Yeah, just a little get together,
if you will.
My mom needs some help with it.
Well, that's where I draw the line.
Yeah, like helping me, like whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that, but Mom, need you to suck it up, Buttercup.
Okay. What do you need my help with?
Well,
I guess I should have started there.
let's make a little event, get together place.
Well, you're asking the right guy, the king of parties.
I mean,
Me and my lawn chair throne.
yeah, you're the king of location, but
So you only say that because that's the only part you attributed to it with location.
Well, what else did you have besides fire?
We had fire. We had good music, good vibes.
You had 3 different cars playing 3 different songs.
No,
I was there.
we had Hayden's truck playing the one song at a time.
Uh-huh. And then, like, somebody else's car would be over here, and they'd have their doors open, and they'd be playing a totally different genre.
Look, that doesn't matter. I just remember, I don't think a single person had a bad time at any of my parties.
Yeah, I mean,
And they were talked about.
yeah, I know. Yeah. How there wasn't a lawsuit involved. I was worried to death on that.
Because I know how to handle it.
Well,
I am a lawyer.
nope. Shit. But anyway, yeah, I'd like to. What? No.
I thought we were getting back to what I stopped you from earlier.
Oh, well, no, you stopped me on so many things that I forget what they are most of the time.
Who?
Well, we'll go back to the clones.
Okay.
But I'd like to get this graduation thing over with.
Okay. Continue.
Yeah, let's get a little party spot going.
Well,
Like, I'm thinking, like, I don't know. Is a circle really the best shape for a party area?
yeah.
Think so?
Yeah. A triangle's too Illuminati. A square is too square. Circle is perfect.
Okay. Well, so I was thinking probably 3 cars. Backed in, convert the trunks over to coolers.
Okay.
So that way we can stock those. So drinks are handled. What do you think about food? Should it be kind of a barbecue situation?
Talking about for Jamie's thing?
Yeah. Because I don't think, like, we couldn't really cater anything. Because, I mean,
T-Bell's never not an option.
did you say T-Bell?
Yeah.
Are you really trying to make Taco Bell cool?
Taco Bell is cool.
Well, I'm going to say this, even if it alienates a maybe future sponsorship, but fuck Taco Bell.
Oh yeah, I forgot you had beef with Taco Bell.
No, it's not that I have beef with Taco Bell. It's that I didn't get no fucking beef with Taco Bell. I couldn't make it past the fucking window troll. I'll give it to you in a minute whenever I'm done with this person. Blah, blah, blah. There was 2 fucking people in line.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Oh, but you're so childish. I don't
yeah, I know. And here I am, fucking, like fucking Taco Bell.
fucking troll.
I ain't ever ordered another quesadilla from them.
Yes, you would.
If I get drunk enough, yeah, probably. With that being said, I did stop at Taco Bell the other day, but it was Springfield, so it didn't count.
Uh-huh.
I need
The same company still made money off of you.
I need a 5-layer burrito though.
That'd be my big fat ass.
Anyway, so I don't know. I mean, I imagine that he'll probably have a party to go to before that one.
Okay.
Because I imagine your mom probably threw him something afterwards, like a dinner or something like that. And then I can throw him one afterwards. An after party.
An after party is always more successful than the after party.
Yeah, but I feel like he's going to be very disappointed whenever he's all like, "Can I invite this person?" No. What about this one? No. Then the lack of drinking, like that's not.
There's going to be no drinking.
Why are you saying that like a fucking 30-year-old?
Because I'm not coming if there's
with
not.
your 20-year-old ass.
I'm not coming if there's not.
You have a problem like hanging out and having a good time and
With
stuff
you,
like
yeah.
that. Like
It's just a prank.
this is recorded, yo. Like we can't just say,
Oh.
What?
Oh. I thought I hurt your feelings.
No, you didn't hurt my feelings. I was trying to say that this is fucking recorded, so I probably shouldn't say, like, hey, if you want to get like some quick MIPs,
Well, I just said drinking. It didn't matter if it was.
Are you
It could have been soda.
Are you an officer looking to try somebody as an adult for childhood endangerment? Come down here and meet with Adam.
I thought it was legal on if your parents give you permission on their property.
Yeah. Everybody's parents are going to give permission.
I'm talking about you.
No,
For me.
It's just going to be me and you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be us.
Yeah, just you and me. We're the only ones drinking out there.
Yeah.
Wine coolers.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna
have robes on.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna have some Bahama Mamas,
and we're only listening to LMFAO.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. So now that his party's canceled,
yeah.
What else are we gonna do?
Now that nobody's coming anymore.
Oh yeah, clones.
Yes.
Would you fuck a clone?
Of who? Who's the clone of?
I don't know. Pick one.
Margot Robbie? Yeah.
Okay.
For sure. But that's kind of a dumb question. Of course, everybody would fuck a clone.
Really?
Yeah, because it's the identical copy, personality, and everything of a person.
What do you think that's wrong?
No. Fuck if it's wrong.
Well, I mean, yeah, she's a clone of Margot Robbie, but Margot Robbie ain't gonna fuck you. So why would her clone fuck you?
Well, you're saying, would I? It doesn't mean that, could I? You said, would I? Would I? Yeah. Could I?
Okay, well, what? So let's say you could buy a clone from Margot
This is getting
Robbie.
weird.
No, it's actually a realistic thing.
Okay.
Because
if I could buy a clone of Margot Robbie.
Yeah. Like she's your clone. Like
identical copy, like personality and everything.
Yeah, but
I own her.
Basically, yeah.
So I would have an issue with that.
Right.
Because I would have ownership of a person.
Right. Is it a person?
It was an identical copy of another person.
Uh-huh.
Everything down to the toenails. Yeah. That's slavery.
Well, no, I agree with that, but somebody's got to be devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
But is it a person? Because I mean, what makes a person?
Oh shit. What makes a person?
Yeah. Because I mean, if it was a clone that had all the memories, I could see the argument. But if it was a clone that had no memories.
Well, I mean, they still feel feelings.
Mm-hmm.
They still can. They can still hurt.
Mm-hmm.
They can still enjoy. They can still be happy. Yeah, I'd call it slavery. And then you're buying and selling people that can still feel things. You know.
Right, but feeling and stuff, like, I mean, if you're going to go off that, then we're no longer allowed to buy and sell and trade dogs, cats.
Yeah.
I
But I
mean,
mean, we're not using cats and dogs for anything, though. We're just keeping them alive.
for companionship.
Yeah, but it's not like if they don't give it to us, we're gonna get rid of them. Like Sylvester's an asshole. He doesn't show me any companionship, but I still feed him.
But he does.
Show me companionship.
Yeah, like whenever he's laying there letting you pet him and stuff, and
I have to chase him to pet him.
yeah, but sometimes you don't. Sometimes he shows you affection. So
Maybe it's because he wanted affection.
yeah, but I mean, like since he's an asshole,
Mhm.
it's okay to treat him like a non-living thing where you can just fuck off, or
Well, I mean, let's say you were an asshole.
which most people I think would
Exactly.
agree. Yeah.
Let's say I thought you were an asshole.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna like just randomly kick you or like just dismiss you altogether. You know, you're an asshole, but you're still a person. Like if Sylvester, which he does, he'll walk in the path, like where we're walking, and I already don't like him. And if he's walking the path of me, I'm not going to kick him. I'm just going to be annoyed and move out of the way.
Right. So you're putting him on the same level as you would a person.
I'm so lost in where my my fight was going there.
Yeah.
You kind of screwed me up here.
Well, I mean, like you said, the clone, feels things and hurts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we can't. That means we can't do anything with anything then, because if we're just taking, the feelings and pain receptors and shit like that as that's all it takes to be like a sentient protected being, then like every pet, like we all have to be vegan now because we can't eat chicken or cows because they hurt, they have feelings. Cows do get sad, horses get sad, dogs get sad. So
it's weird to think about.
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know. I'm gonna still enjoy my cheeseburgers, but the clone thing, I don't know.
Well, that's the whole point of the conversation. Like,
yeah,
because I mean, it's a question. I mean, do I think that we should be able to clone people and do whatever we, like have them as a housemaid because I paid for them? No, that's fucking slavery. Like
that's what robots are for.
Well, I mean, you get into that, and is that not kind of the same thing?
I mean, they don't have emotions, though.
To you, with AI, the way AI is, and AI is in everything these days.
Yeah.
You don't think AI can be capable of emotions? They've had to stop several different AIs because they were upset with the human race and wanted to extinct us.
Weird.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
what would be really cool is
I swear to God, if you switch subjects, I'm gonna throw a cigarette at you.
not.
Okay.
If, like, say aliens did come,
right,
and they came like 1,000 years from now, so it's Earth 3024.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and AI did take over the world, and now everybody's just robots.
Well,
all of our civilization are robots. It'd probably be a perfect planet.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think it'd be perfect because I don't see anything running any planet. Like the planet is finite resources. There's only so much of everything.
Yeah.
So And I do firmly believe that there will always be haves and have-nots. I mean, it'd be wonderful if everybody was equal. That's never going to fucking happen. And it'd be the same thing with robots. Like, there's going to be brain center robots, and there's going to be Roombas.
Yeah.
And a Roomba, like, if they have any kind of emotions or feelings that creep into their programming, that Roomba's not going to be happy.
That's gonna be spitting all your crumbs back out on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, the whole reason that it works with people, like, why we have people Roombas,
Yeah.
is because, like, you basically get sold on a dream. The American dream and
Yeah.
all that. They took the American dream away from us a long time ago through corporations and shit like that, but they still sell the dream.
I seen a TikTok recently saying that the new American dream was still the house with a picket fence, but with a Tesla.
See, that's my point. Is
Yeah, it's weird.
they're still trying to sell the American dream,
Yeah.
and then like you like your job, right?
Yeah, of course.
But also your ideal hours would be 40 hours a week.
Yeah.
Seems like a pretty decent time to work. You can have a work-life balance,
Yeah.
is what people always preach. I want a work-life balance.
Okay.
You ain't gonna afford a house. You damn sure ain't gonna afford a Tesla. Hey, you might be able to get the picket fence, but you're not gonna be able to paint it white. So,
Yeah.
so the American dream. I mean, before, back in like the fucking 50s, whenever like that was an actual thing.
Yeah.
And I know, or fuck, if there's any feminists that listen to this shit, they're about to fucking cancel me. But you had the man working, and you had the woman at home, and you had 2.5 kids. Yeah,
Yeah.
you had 2 cars in the driveway. You worked 40 hours. You took a family vacation every year, and you made a lot of money. Like, you made good money. You made more money than what you spent.
Yeah.
Because you raised your kids and you set back for retirement. You can't do that now.
Nope.
It is impossible, and it never will be possible again.
Yeah.
Like, it's never. I don't care what politicians say. Like, we are a credit society now. So when you're born, you are in debt to the country automatically.
Which is interesting.
Yeah, they want to raise the retirement age, I think, to 75 now. It's like, I think it's 75, 80, somewhere in there.
Our family doesn't even live that long.
No. No, I'm older than what my mom was whenever she passed away. So
Which is from natural causes.
yeah, I'm on borrowed time as it is.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm probably not working until I'm 75, 80 years old. Like, I just physically won't be able to. And it's hard to do that from a casket. But
Yeah.
that's the thing, is like, corporations, which actually more or less run the country now.
Yeah.
It's just that the corporations change more than elections. If you don't think that Meta and Google have more influence on our policies now than any politician, you're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Because they have all the data of everybody in the country. They know your search history. They know your sites. They know who you talk to, who you follow, who you aspire to be, and who you hate. They already have it all. They know all your locations, where you frequent, when you get there, when you leave, everything.
Which is so interesting.
Yeah.
And we let them.
No, we volunteer.
Yeah.
Every time you buy a new phone, like, would you like to turn on location? It doesn't matter if you say no. You can say, no, I don't want no notifications. No, I don't want no apps on my phone. I got one guy I know, he refuses to put any apps on his phone because he thinks that protects him. It doesn't.
Nope.
I mean, it makes his phone last a little longer, than what I got my phone. But I mean, I bought my phone about a year and a half ago, and it's already slowing down, and it's low on memory and stuff like that because they've updated all my apps that I don't use in there so many fucking times.
Yeah.
You can't do anything about it.
It's weird.
Yeah. But how'd we get here from clones?
I don't know.
I'm lost.
See, I'm not the only one out of the two of us that goes on rants and random things.
Well, yeah. I don't know, you got me talking about the government. Like, and that's the crazy thing is like, I mean, I'm loyal to the country, and yeah, I'm loyal to our government. You know, like, yeah, if this is what the election said, that's what the election said. I'll vote for my guy. He wins, he loses, whatever.
Yeah.
But I it's like being in a toxic, abusive relationship. Like, I know the government's cheating on us.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, it smacks me around whenever I act up a little bit. But I love them. Like, I don't know. I hate how that works. But
Something keeps popping up on my social media a lot recently that talking about taxes.
yeah,
Like whenever like the Boston Tea Party happened,
mm,
they rose the tax on tea just the tiniest little bit.
yeah,
And they had a fucking massacre about it. And now we get taxed on every dollar we make, every dollar we spend, every dollar we invest.
yeah.
Everything we do has tax attached to it, and it goes up constantly. We don't do anything about it.
Well, we had the Boston Tea Party because we didn't have any representatives. Like, we didn't have a say so in it whatsoever. Nobody got a vote. Nobody. I mean, it was just randomly done
That's just how it was.
by a king, and nobody liked that. And we wanted to be able to elect representatives to represent our wants and needs. So we got that. Went good for a while. Now we have representatives that we vote in for our wants and needs, and they also vote the needs of corporations.
Yeah.
I mean, that I don't remember the name. I wish I did, but there was he was a Missouri senator, I think, or a congressman, maybe. I don't remember what he was, but like he was on record saying, like, well, yeah, my constituents want me to vote this way, but for the betterment of the country, I'm going to vote this way.
Yeah.
Well, that's not why we put you there, fucker.
Yeah.
We didn't vote you in so you could do what you think is better as a whole for the country. Like, we voted you in as a state rep for us, for Missouri.
Yeah. To
Yeah.
define what's better for the state.
And like,
You're not the president.
We're not even asking to win. We're just asking for the guy that we voted in to vote for our wishes. I mean, if he votes the way that everybody in the states want him to vote, and then it goes in and it gets defeated, and we don't get our way, okay, that's the way the system works.
We fought our fight at least.
Yeah, the voters fight by electing people to represent us, and then if there's other representatives that other people voted the way that they wanted their people, and that way won, well, that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
But if you're not even going to do what we asked you to do, because we hired this guy, that's what voting is. You hire a guy, and he should be fucking fired. Fired as in lost his job, not a threat, because I don't need a fucking drone strike.
This is America.
It used to be.
That's the quote that's going on the t-shirts. This is America. It used to be.
Am I losing you a little bit? You getting tired?
Tired and my stomach really hurts.
Yeah.
I'm not on my game today, people. Sorry.
That's all good. Well, ever days. Oh shit. I'm sore. I'm tired. I gotta go to work early in the morning.
I mean, did you have anything else to talk about?
Uh, I mean, talked about graduation, aliens, AI,
Clones,
the government sucks.
Mars.
Yeah, a little bit. Would you go to Mars?
Yeah, I'd go to
I think I
Mars.
should go.
Yeah, I'd go.
What do you think you'd do up there?
I think I would get as much land, like make my main focus to get as much land as possible.
No. I mean, like we're we're going to send a team up there, and we're asking for volunteers, and you volunteered. What job are you volunteering for?
Mm, food.
Food?
Being in charge of food, like gardening, or like
okay.
if we had livestock. I don't know how we would do that, but
I mean,
because they would be using oxygen like we would.
yeah. Well, you couldn't take livestock with you,
Yeah.
But I think that's where like that cloning comes in. Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, because you can pack a cloning machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm 100% sure that they can clone a whole lot better than what they say they can.
Yeah.
But I don't know because I see a lot of things where like I'll see a celebrity, right, and then you don't see him for a while, and then you see him again like a couple years later, and they look like themselves, but just a little bit different.
Like Kanye.
He does look a little bit different, doesn't he?
People have said that Kanye currently is a clone of Kanye.
Yeah. Now that you say that, he kind of looks that way.
That's why he's been acting so weird. It's
But-
because he's a clone of Kanye.
So the clone is the crazy Kanye,
Yeah.
or did Kanye go crazy and they made a clone and he kind of normaled out?
Either or. People are saying that the current Kanye that we know and love is a clone.
I think love's kind of a stretched out word. He got a lot
I really
of,
like Kanye.
I don't have a problem with him, but like I know,
He makes good music. He's a funny guy.
yeah, but like the news and social media said that we're not supposed to like him. So I mean,
I don't give a shit.
I know, but I think that shit's hilarious.
Yeah.
What was it you were telling me about the one lady that like came out of nowhere, and all of a sudden like her first interview's like with like Drake or some shit.
Bobby Althoff?
I don't know who it is.
Yeah. The people are saying that she's industry planted because she just came out of nowhere, was a complete nobody, and just started interviewing like A-list celebrities.
What do you think the reason for that would be?
I don't know. To maybe spice up social media. I don't know. Maybe YouTube was bored.
Well, like, is she like, or is like her take on shit like really wild, or is it like toe the line kind of?
She's very like, I don't give my opinion on anything. She just wants to basically get dirt on celebrities. Like get any bit of information they can in her interview.
I like that.
Yeah. Like I know the most recent thing she did a interview with Drake,
Mhm.
and it was oddly romantic. They did the interview in his bed.
Is she over the age of 18?
Yeah.
No, well, this probably wasn't.
Well, she was married with kids.
Yeah, so it probably wasn't romantic.
But
Yeah,
what people are saying, because after that interview, not too long after that, her and her husband filed for divorce. Not too long after her like oddly romantic interview with Drake, pretty quickly afterwards.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty interesting.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. Like I wonder what she's there for. I don't know why. Maybe she's just some chick that got a lucky day and got a good interview one time. Like just walked up to a celebrity, was like, "Hey, can I interview you?" And he just happened to say yes. And now that she I got a yes from somebody. Now she's getting yeses from everybody.
Well, I mean, Hollywood doesn't give away anything for free. We learned that on the Nickelodeon fucking documentary.
Heyo. Which I really liked. That interview was really, or not the interview, that show was really cool. A lot of information given
Yeah.
about a lot of my childhood.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely fucked up.
Oh, for sure. But it was pretty cool getting all that brought to light.
I feel like that if I volunteered to go to Mars, like if I really wanted to go to Mars, I would volunteer like in water and sewer.
Water and sewer?
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Well, you know it's needed.
Yeah, but why, of all things, water and sewer?
Well, because I know it. And, I mean, I held my license in both, so, um, but I mean, if I was really wanting to get on there, no, nobody wants to go to Mars doing water and sewer. You know, like nobody. Everybody wants to be a botanist or this, that. I want to be the pilot. I want to be this. And I'm like, yeah, I'll make sure your shitter's flush.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think the most successful way, I think, for us to get there would probably be just straight through technology. Take as little as possible and produce as much as we can as soon as we get there.
Yeah. And adapting what's already there. I mean, I know it's all like dust and rock, but
Yeah, I mean, it's like here. Like, there's so much that's underneath the soil.
yeah.
I mean, we don't even know, really.
Yeah.
Because like you take, I don't know, you take this monster can that I have and you just throw it out in a field somewhere, right? It's aluminum. It's not, I mean, eventually it'll break down and stuff, but um, like the earth will take it back.
Yeah.
Like it'll swallow it into the ground. So, and nobody's been on Mars. They say that they know that nobody's been on Mars, but um,
But
there's
then
so
they
much.
said they found footprints.
Yeah, but I mean, there's so much that could be underneath that we don't even see.
Yeah.
So
Excuse me. Didn't they discover water on Mars recently?
yeah, in the form of ice.
Which is weird. 'Cause it's supposed to be a deserty planet, so why is there ice on it?
Well, I mean, comets. It could have been superheated, and that's why. I mean, various reasons.
But water evaporates.
Not if there's no atmosphere.
I thought water just evaporated because of heat.
Right, but there's no atmosphere, there's no heat. You're completely exposed to space, and space is freezing.
Huh.
Yeah,
Interesting.
like you couldn't survive outside of in space outside of a suit, and not because of just oxygen.
Yeah.
Just the vacuum of it and the cold, like you would freeze, like
Hmm.
almost instantly.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, like it's very cold out there.
So the heaters on those spacecraft must be pretty insane.
Well, yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be that insane. It just has to be insulated, and it's going to be insulated because it's airtight. So
Yeah.
they lose no air, so that means they lose no the atmosphere that they took up there is the atmosphere they got when they come back.
Hmm. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's still the same oxygen. I mean, it's just recycled oxygen.
It's weird to think about.
Mhm. Yeah. I don't know. Space travel is travel. That's really hard on you, like body wise, because you're exposed to so much radiation
Yeah.
because you're outside of the shield of our atmosphere. But that's the most dangerous part about space exploration is all the radiation you got to go through, and any little piece of debris that
Yeah.
just two asteroids collided, and a little bitty pea-sized chip of that asteroid is hurtling through space at 100,000 miles an hour,
Yeah.
go right through your spaceship, blow you up, you're fucked. Like, every space exploration is just sheer luck that they're not destroyed because you can't see that stuff. Like there is no radar, there's no nothing.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, there's no Picard, like show me on the monitor. Nope. It's just a.
I would really like to see. I wish we could collect data from sending things into black holes.
Well, they're trying.
Yeah, I just wish they would do it. Like, I wish it would work.
Well, I mean, the theory is that it's a black hole is the doorway to another universe.
Yeah,
So you go through there, you ain't ever gonna get another. You'd have to tether it.
which is weird.
Yeah.
I
Well,
wonder if a black hole closed on a tether, where, like, would the tether break? Would it just, like, instantly become an extremely long tether to another universe?
that's a question we'll probably never get answered.
Yeah.
Because the gravitational pull of a black hole, you can't anchor a tether to anything
Yeah.
because whatever's close enough to tether is also getting sucked in there. So like it would take a manned. I guess it probably wouldn't. You would have to have a manned spacecraft do it, but we would have to control it in some way through AI or you know which we couldn't do it like remotely because of the delay. You couldn't account for the calculations you need to. By the time you realize you need to give it 10% more thrust, it's already been through the black hole and destroyed and shit.
Yeah.
So we fucked on that. But um, what I think would be cool is if we actually use some of that AI technology, put it up there. But the black holes are so far away, it's not like they're just like down the road.
Yeah.
Even if we send an AI thing out there, it wouldn't happen in our lifetime. It wouldn't get there in time. Like for us to be alive to see it, and whatever we have is probably going to be broke or outdated by the time it gets there. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like by the time it gets there, it'd be like us trying to get um, a cell phone service back in the 1800s. We ain't got no towers for that shit because we replaced that. Like you ain't getting no fucking G3 anymore or 3G no more.
You know that whole, if we wanted to make it to another solar system, we would have to have like generations of people throughout on one spaceship.
Yeah.
What if instead of focusing on that, we focused on being able to freeze ourselves?
Yeah, cryogenics.
Yeah.
I mean, like they've been trying it, but there's theories on how to do it, but they haven't successfully done it as far as I know.
Well, I feel like they should be putting more research into that because that would solve a lot of our space travel issues.
Well, I mean, arriving there, sure, but I mean, like our body has to move. Like for it to stay viable, it's got to move. It's like a car, right? Like you set a car out like, well, I preserve the motor. Like I didn't run it. I set it over here.
Yeah.
And then I don't know why the motor's locked up.
Well, you didn't prepare it properly for storage. You didn't do all the applications you need to for
Right.
making it shelf stable.
Mm-hmm.
Like taking all your gaskets out
Mm-hmm.
and then putting new ones in before you start it. All your oil, all your bearings.
Right. Yeah, if you could perfectly preserve it and restart it later,
Yeah.
that would be great. But like we don't know how to conquer our diseases that we already have. Your body still degrades as you're frozen. You're not frozen in time.
Yeah.
Like if they want to really do a manned exploration, then they have to figure out. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what they would call it, but the only thing I know is Star Trek, and it'd be like warp speed or light speed for Star Wars. Like they would have to figure that out, which they do have theories on that. That you're not. It, if you read it, it reads kind of like time travel in a way, but basically, it's not. So whenever they're talking about the theory that of the realistic theory of warp speed, what they're saying that they would have to do is to basically cause an atmosphere around the spaceship, and the spaceship isn't going through space. The warp field would make it to where space is going past the ship.
Yeah.
So they're like equating it to like the ship is sitting still. Like my cigarettes are sitting here on the table, and then we just move the table underneath the cigarettes instead of me sliding them across the table.
Huh.
Yeah, like you just gotta get that little bubble off the table. I just gotta suspend it right here, and then move the table and put it back down. I didn't move the cigarettes. I just moved the table. So
So
that's
instead of moving yourself through time, you're moving space around you.
right. Yeah, they're wanting to bend space to where they're moving space instead of moving the ship, because then you don't have to worry about all the hazards and all that shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they would do that. I mean, I can't wrap my brain how you would even start to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, immediately I'm like, I don't know, get a tube of Colgate toothbrush, and some Neosporin. Like, I don't know what it would take to do it. Like
Yeah.
it'd be so much guesswork.
Hmm.
But I don't know. I mean, I would hope they would. But I don't know. For me, in my short span that I got left on this fucking rock, uh, I just been trying to pay attention to the entertainment side of things.
Okay.
Like I want my holodeck.
Yeah.
Um, I want
A lightsaber.
yeah, I want projected movies in my head. Like I want to be able to experience the movies. And way more than 3D.
5D.
Yeah, like I don't know, like the Elon Musk thing with his chip that you put in your head, and where like you can basically download a vacation, and you're basically in this like split second trance, like it's the tenth of a second. You spin it on your processor, and you've in that tenth of a second, you lived out a 2-week vacation on the beach somewhere. You have all the memories,
Yeah.
which that kind of leads back into the whole clone deal. Like, I mean, aren't people just basically their memories and their attachments to the emotions of those memories? It's experiences.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that'd probably be like a great debate on what actually makes a person a person. Because I mean, a clone ain't much different than a robot. If there's if it's all programmable,
Yeah.
then it's just a meaty robot at that point. That's all a body is. A body is just a mech unit for our brain to ride around in.
That's so weird to think of.
Yeah. I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that. Well, no, never mind. I don't want to talk about that because I don't. I want to read more into it. But it was about blind people, and like I was under the assumption that blind people saw like the color black
No, of course not.
the whole time. Well, I mean, like you close your eyes and it's dark.
Yeah.
So that's not what they see.
I mean, I'm sure some do, but that's not like they see things. It's just they can't tell. They can't make things like they can't see things like we see things. Very few blind people are 100% blind. If they're 100% blind, they probably see like lights. That's probably like all they see, or like colors from Like if a blind person was in this room, all they'd see is probably white because the entirety of this room is white. But they wouldn't be able to make out the chair or like a window if they're 100% blind.
Yeah. But see, I was always under the assumption that if they were blind, it would be like me being in a dark room, like a pitch black room. I can't see anything.
I mean, I'm sure there are some cases that are like that.
I mean, how would they know if they were like born blind? How do they know what the color black is?
They probably wouldn't be able to.
Right. So I mean, they can't really explain it to you.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I heard that and I was like, what? It just kind of blew my fucking mind. Like, what do you mean? Like, they don't, like, it's not dark? They're like,
Who told you that?
Shit, I can't remember who told me that.
Probably a driver.
I honestly, I don't remember. But I'm just like, that is weird. I just never thought of it that way. Well, I gotta work early in the morning, so I know it's weird. I'm the one that's gotta wrap it up a little early.
Well, I'm also just dying over here. I feel like shit and I'm tired. So I'm not really holding us together.
Yeah. All right. Well, appreciate you getting on here. I know it was kind of hectic today, but I'm glad we got it done.
I am too.
So happy 20th episode.
Happy 20th. And don't forget, people that have issues with that they want talked about on the podcast, we will not use your name or anything about you, but we would like your questions.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
Peace out. See you later.